Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a very special DVD Blu-ray update today. As you may guess from the presence of my little friend here, I've always been a huge fan of Robocop. Yeah, everyone's favorite cyborg police officer. The original 1987 movie was actually the first R-rated movie I saw in theaters. I was only 15, but we managed to get in. That's a whole story for another time, which perhaps I'll tell you sometime. But for now, it occurred to me that, hey, there's a few recent releases and some not so recent releases that I'd really like to get to fill in the gaps in the collection and upgrade some parts of it as well. So I finally stopped waffling and got them all. So I've got quite a lot of new Robocop stuff that I'd like to show you in today's update video. So let's take a look. Robocop, today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Now, first off, it's not like I have no Robocop in my collection. Oh no. I've got the Criterion Collection DVD. I have the Robocop Trilogy Blu-ray, which was the first time I think we got the second and third ones on Blu-ray. This still had the old crummy transfer of the first one, however, which is why I got the 2015 Blu-ray release of the first one, which actually has a much better transfer. And I also got this from a viewer. I think this was from David Bunch of Numbers. The Criterion edition, by the way, was from Skinslip. Very grateful. I used to have it on Laserdisc. This is the 1987 animated series. Well, the first 9 episodes of it. There was 12 episodes total. I don't know why they only put 9 on the set. But anyway, 9 is better than none. So there you go. Region 2 collection. It was never released on DVD here. And then, of course, I also have the 1994 live-action series, which was very family-friendly, action-adventure, but I actually really liked this. I enjoyed it a lot. And finally, the 2014 remake. Anyway, I had a lot of other Robocop stuff that I wanted to get, and thought it was about time I did so. And what prompted that was the Arrow Video limited edition of the original. This is by far the definitive edition of the original. Not only do we get the original uncut, unrated version as it was originally intended to be seen by director Paul Verhoeven, we also have the theatrical cut and the heavily edited TV cut. Yes, we've got 3 cuts of the movie on here. Let's take a little closer look at the packaging and the extras. Okay, very beautiful hardbox special edition. I like how the J card actually lines up with the artwork here. That's kind of nice. And if we look at the spine there, it's very classy. And then on the back, tons and tons and tons of content. Yeah, it has, as I said, 3 cuts. It's got the director's cut, the theatrical cut, which is the first time that's been available in a long time. It also has, where is it here? The edited for television version of the film. Yeah, so it has that, and it also has some comparisons between all the different versions, which is pretty cool. So we're going to take the J card off. Oh, look, it's the Omni Consumer Products logo. So it's actually just held on by this little sticker there. We'll just take that off. There we go. First time I've had that removed, right here in front of you. So we're just going to take this off very carefully. And there we go. The nice thing about these stickers is they come off very easily. Arrow is very considerate to the collector by having easy to remove stickers like that. So if we just take out all the contents here, so we got quite a pile of stuff, usually, really nice high quality box there. So we'll take a look at the And there's of course the original theatrical poster. I always loved that poster art. For the longest time, I thought it was actually a photograph, but it's actually a painting. Is that crazy? It's just that good. It's such a great painting. So we of course have a poster. I won't unfold the whole thing, but it's the original theatrical poster, and then on the other side is the new artwork done for this release. It's very cool. We have this very thick book. Look at this. This is fantastic. Oh, it's so beautiful. And won't go through absolutely everything, but look at all the stuff that's in there. Like, just tons of things about the making of the movie, essays, beautiful photo reproductions, and everything. It's just a fantastic book full of absolutely fascinating stuff about the film. So that's going to be a true treasure trove I'm going to enjoy reading. And then if we look at the actual packaging here, the discs rather, got Robocop there, and again the contents, and then inside, gotta love that, the Omni Consumer Products logo on the discs, which is great. And all this terrific stuff. Underneath, I think, is just the same. Yeah, it's basically the same as the hard box, so we don't need to take that out. And then inside we have, let's see here. So we have White Fire coming out from Arrow. Maybe that's out already. And there we go. And we have reproductions of lobby cards with artwork on the back. Very, very nice indeed. Looks like it's the same art on the back of all of them. So there's poor Mr. Kinney about to meet his untimely demise, stopping the two rapists, trying to get Dick Jones, but then discovering what Directive 4 is all about. At the shooting range, shooting something else. I think that's the, is that the convenience store? I can't remember. Anyway, is that? Oh, and look at that. We even have a sticker. Warning, this property protected by Robocop. How cool is that? And there's the convenience store thing as well. But where he stops the robber. That's a great scene. But yeah, so a very, very nice collector's edition. Just absolutely fantastic. I couldn't be happier being a lifelong fan of this movie. I mean, this really is the edition we've been waiting for, and the deluxe treatment that this movie truly deserves. It's just such a beautiful edition. The transfer is gorgeous too. When I watched this, I was just like, wow, I've never seen this movie look this good before. It's just absolutely fantastic and a must-have for fans of the original. So yeah, a very nice edition indeed, especially for someone like me who's always been such a huge fan of the original. It's absolutely beautiful. So, wow, like magic, the J card is back on. Cool. How'd that happen? I don't know. Certainly couldn't be through the magic of editing. So I thought, well, since I got the Arrow edition of the first one, I should probably get the recently released better editions of the second and third, courtesy of Scream Factory. So we have the collector's edition of Robocop 2, which this one's actually a new transfer. The transfers that were on the trilogy set were actually pretty good for 2 and 3, so I was kind of surprised they did a whole new transfer for this release, but they did. Sadly, because I was so late to the party, I did not get the slipcover for this one, but I have to say, honestly, in this case, I actually prefer the new artwork they did over the theatrical artwork, which we'll take a look at now in a little mini closer look. So here we have Robocop 2 from Scream Factory. Further cementing what I was saying about it being a part of sci-fi horror, in that it was put out by Scream Factory, not Shout Factory. So I stand by what I said. Anyway, so we got Yet another new transfer on this one, actually, even though the one on the old MGM release was actually pretty good. But nice that we got that. Let me open it up. We got some of the original theatrical poster art there. And if we actually pop out the cover here. Actually, well, I guess this was one of the posters, and this was the other one. So, I don't know. I didn't think this poster was as dynamic as the original. It was just something not quite as interesting about it. So in this case, I'm actually going to keep it on the new artwork, which I think is more interesting, you know. Of course, if I had the slipcover, I would flip it around, but alas, I do not. So, what can you do? If anyone has a spare slipcover they want to send my way, please feel free. So there you go, Robocop 2. So there you go. And of course, the other reason I wanted the collector's edition was because there's actually extras. The trilogy set that I got a while back was bare bones. They had extras for the first one, but not for the other two. So, very nice to finally have some extras for the second one. And I figure, well, if we're getting the collector's edition of the second one, we might as well get the collector's edition of the third one as well. Now, in this case, I did get the slipcover. I'm guessing because a lot fewer people bought this one, because a lot of people don't like this one, so they just had it in stock. So, no complaints. I've actually only seen this one once, and I think that was when it was originally in theaters. I didn't even rewatch it when I got the trilogy set. Yeah, the life of a collector. You buy more stuff than you watch. Anyway, I remember thinking this one was okay, but it was definitely watered down from the previous two. And it felt like elements of this were carried over to the live-action series. The live-action series, I think, is better in a lot of ways. It's just got, you know, more of a kind of action-adventure vibe to it. This one, I don't know, it's like, what was this trend that we've seen, and we've seen this continue to this day, of taking originally R-rated franchises and watering them down to like PG-13 or PG. What was this one? This was, does it even say? PG-13. Okay, yeah, so PG-13. Why? I just don't know. I mean, I guess they want... Well, also, I guess while I'm on the subject, it was kind of strange because Robocop was another one of those where it was an R-rated franchise that they made kids stuff out of. So there was the 1987 animated series. Later on, there was another animated series called Robocop Alpha Commandos, where they pretty much turned him into a superhero with a team of other, super cops fighting bad guys and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure there were some toys that tied into that as well. But yeah, they did that with Rambo, where they had a Rambo cartoon. I mean, Rambo was a full-on R-rated franchise, but they made a kids' cartoon out of it and some tie-in toys. They did it with Aliens. Alien and Aliens, very R-rated. I think that's the only one that's been consistently R-rated throughout the entire history of the franchise. But they made kids' toys. They had, like, all these different alien figures and Marines and stuff like that you could get. They were really cool figures, but I was like, why are these out for kids? This is not a kids franchise, you know? So, I don't know. Robocop was one of those ones from the 80s that just seemed to be a part of that trend. So, started off as an R-rated franchise. They did a cartoon. They had the third one be PG-13, followed shortly thereafter by a family-friendly action-adventure series. And anyway, I've rambled on about that far too long. Let's take a quick look at Robocop 3 and see what goodies are on this one. And then we got Robocop 3. Oh, look, he's got a jetpack or something. I don't know. I don't remember much about this movie, to tell you the truth. It should be interesting seeing it again. So, there we go. Yeah, he's almost looking more like an action figure now. Like, look at that, all the extra armor and stuff. Anyway, we got lots of extra features on here. Again, it's really nice to finally have bonus features for the sequels. If we slide it out, we've got the original movie poster art, which is, again, it's okay, but they just never really captured the same sort of, I don't know, style of the first one, I guess. It's the same artwork on there? Yeah, it's the same artwork on there. So then if we open it up, there we go, just a different picture of Robo there. And all the same stuff as the slipcover on the back. And that is that. Robocop 3, everyone's favorite of the trilogy. Yeah, no. So, pretty cool, we have a Fred Dekker commentary track on here. Fred Dekker, of course, probably most famous for The Monster Squad and Night of the Creeps, both of which are wonderful, by the way. Those are great movies. A lot of people look at Robocop 3 and think, what happened? So hopefully that commentary track will give us a little insight into that. So, after all of the attempts to bring Robocop back to, you know, a family-friendly kind of audience, leave it to Canadian television to actually try to bring Robocop back to his darker, more violent, and bitingly satirical roots with a 4-part miniseries called Robocop Prime Directives. So, this one, it was basically 4 2-hour movies, well, 90-ish minutes without commercials, and they put them all out on DVD. I have only seen bits of this. I've never actually seen the whole thing. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people didn't care for it. The DVDs, annoyingly, are not clearly numbered, so I actually had to look up what order the episodes go in. So we have the first one, which is Dark Justice. I'll show you all 4 in the closer look in a sec here. And we have the second one, which is Meltdown. And my fridge is making noise. We have the third one, which is Resurrection. And finally, the epic conclusion with Crash and Burn. So there you go. So let's take a quick closer look at Robocop Prime Directives. Okay, now we have Robocop Prime Directives, the mini-series. So this is the first part, Dark Justice. Does have some special features. No, it doesn't. The special features, 16:9 widescreen, Dolby Surround, English subtitles, Spanish subtitles, and a trailer. Wow. Those special features sure are special. And there we go. Not much to look at on the disc art. But it's alright. And eco case, of course. Okay, and then next we have part 2, which is Meltdown. Very nice. Actually looking forward to checking this one out. As I say, I've heard kind of mixed reviews of it, but yeah, and this one actually has a color thing. I think I actually got a mix of 2 different releases of this. It was re-released a couple of times, and I think I got a mishmash of the 2 different releases, but that's okay. As long as they're all anamorphic widescreen, I'll be happy. I haven't watched them yet, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure they are, but yeah. So again, special features, subtitles, and trailers. Oh, great. Yeah, that's wonderful. Wow. This doesn't even look official. It is, but let's take a look here. Yeah, now I half expected this to be a DVD-R, but wow, Lionsgate, did you ever get lazy with the label on that one? Holy crap. Alright, and then finally we have the epic conclusion, Crash and Burn. And you notice like half of them are eco cases and the other half aren't, which further cements what I was thinking that, yeah, see, and then this one has a color label again. So I think, yeah, I got kind of a mix of the original releases and re-releases, but that's okay. I get to watch the show finally, so that's all that really matters. And there we go. Yeah, you can tell also some have the DVD logo, some don't. Like, I don't know, it's just annoyingly inconsistent. So there you go. So definitely looking forward to finally checking this out so many moons later. But there you go. So quite a stack of new Robocop stuff. Definitely a wealth of extras to go through and enjoy. I just want to double check the trilogy set here because I'm pretty sure only the first one has extras. Let me just see here. Does it even say? It doesn't even say. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this one is the old DVD release, or sorry, Blu-ray release, and these two were new as of this set. I don't even know if they released them individually. Maybe they have since, but anyway, not going to rebuy them just to have every single release. But yeah, I've owned the first Robocop on VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, and several times over on Blu-ray. It's just one of those movies for me where, I mean, I love it so much, I know I'm going to watch it over and over, so obviously I wanted the best possible presentation. The Arrow set definitely gives you that, and it was just a huge influential movie for me as well. I've always been really impressed by the effects in it. The Robocop suit was designed by Rob Bottin, who of course was the guy behind most of the creature effects in The Thing, one of my all-time favorite sci-fi horror movies. And if you're wondering why I decided to do the Robocop update from the Halloween set, well, first off, it's Halloween season, so why not? The camera's just here because I'm filming everything here. But also because the first one, well, the first two anyway, I always kind of considered borderline sci-fi horror, and the reason for that is because of the violence in them. They're just really gory movies, and really intense with the violence and such. And when I saw the original, at the tender age of 15, there were parts of it that, you know, were disturbing to me, like a horror movie. So I've always kind of put it in that category. I mean, there's a little bit of a Frankenstein vibe from it when you think about it. I mean, Frankenstein, dead tissue reanimated by obsessive scientist. Robocop, dead tissue reanimated and cyborgized by obsessive businessman. It's like a modern-day Frankenstein. But there's so much more to it than that. I mean, there's the satirical elements, there's the dark humor, and there's a wonderful story about resurrection and redemption and what makes a man, and are we just the sum of our memories, or do we have a soul? And there's so much subtext and sort of metaphysical stuff you can go into with it. It could have been just a cheesy B-movie, and a lot of people thought that's what it was going to be when they saw the script, including Paul Verhoeven. It was actually his wife that told him to read the script again. She said, no, there's something more here. You're not quite seeing what is here, and I think you could do something interesting with this. So he read the script again, and he was like, yeah, you're right. There is more here. And thank goodness he said yes, because he gave us one of the all-time great sci-fi action movies of the 80s. Now, because I have such a stack of stuff, I think this deserves a closer look. What do you guys think? I mean, being one of my all-time favorite movies, I've never really done much in the way of videos about Robocop. I've talked about it a lot on my live streams and stuff, but it would be nice to have some kind of nicely put together video for you guys that you can watch whenever. So, yeah, look forward to that in the foreseeable future. We will do a closer look at absolutely everything in this stack, and maybe a few other things. We might even do it as a two-parter, because I've got that much stuff. I've also got comics and books, and I've got the soundtrack album on vinyl somewhere, and that might be it. But I'll take a look around. I'll see what else I've got, pull all my stuff out, and we'll look at the whole works. But not today. This is just the update video. So, little taste for you. I mean, I could do a video just talking about the first one for like an hour and a half. So maybe I'll do that too. Who knows? Anyway, I love me some Robocop, and I can't wait to watch all the stuff I've never seen before. So there you go. That is it from me to you for now. So thank you very much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. As always, I will include Amazon links in the description, so if you'd like to add any of these to your collection, I'll be sure to have those there. And of course, thank you very much for your support. Some of these items are out of print, like the, I know this is out of print, the TV series. This is Region 2 only, and it's also out of print. Criterion's out of print. But I at least include links to the new stuff, so, and, you know, whatever else I can find. So, thank you very much for your support, by the way, all those of you who use my links. It's actually thanks to you that I'm able to get stuff like this, that I can then do reviews for you, and all kinds of videos. I mean, Robocop alone is probably going to be another 3 or 4 videos on its own, eventually. whenever I get around to doing them. So, thank you for all of you who use my links. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so again, big thanks to you for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to catch me on Twitch. I stream just about every day, and I will see you next time. Until then, sayonara.